Today's episode is all about just a very simple but tasty pulled pork sandwiches. Welcome back to Blind Grilling. My name is Chris Peltz, and I am the most interesting griller in the world. And today we have a Boston butt right here before us, which really, name's kind of deceiving, right? It's from the pork shoulder, it's bone in, and we're going to be seasoning this bad boy up and injecting it with some apple juice and letting it set overnight and throwing it on the smoker in the morning. And tomorrow we're going to have some pulled pork sandwiches. But we're going to start by seasoning this bad boy up. And we have some Simply Marvelous spicy apple that we're going to be using to cover the outside. And once we get that covered, we've got a cup of apple juice. And you can mix things up if you want to do like an apple and pineapple and orange juice mixture, maybe a little honey or something like that, and inject it with that. And there's all kinds of things you can do for injecting something like a pulled pork or a Boston butt. But we're going to keep it super simple. One little rub and injecting straight apple juice and throwing it on the smoker with some apple wood in the morning and eating good tomorrow night. So let's get busy seasoning this thing up. So we're going to go ahead, we got it seasoned up. Let's go ahead and start injecting this. And what we're going to do is probably about every inch or so, just inject a little bit, move it around, almost kind of creating like a little grid. We're going to go over the entire pork butt and make sure we get plenty of this apple juice all throughout. So one thing when I'm not being able to see, so when I inject this, I put that needle in and I squeeze a little bit with my left hand down here by the needle where it's inside the meat. I can feel it start to balloon up or kind of go up. And so once I start to feel that a little bit, I know I've got the juice, enough juice in that particular area. So we've done enough injection, I think, but we still got some apple juice left in our cup. And so since we're going to let this set overnight in this bowl in the refrigerator, I'm just going to pour this apple juice into the bowl and let it just kind of set in that apple juice overnight. And we'll get up in the morning and fire up the big green egg. Folks, it's the next morning. We're out here at the big green egg. We've got it set up for an indirect cook. Flame Boss keeping us steady with our Fogo charcoal and apple wood at 275 degrees. And we're going to go ahead and hit this one more time with some of this spicy apple rub. Of course, it's still sitting in that apple juice. Going to take it out of that. We're going to put it on the egg. Sit on the egg. We'll do this one fat cap down. About time to wrap this pork butt, but I wanted to take a look and see what you guys think about the possible bark on that thing. Man, it smells amazing. It smells so good. And so I am getting ready to put this phone up on a tripod. I'm doing this all by myself. Ooh, that is hot. All right, folks, here is our pork shoulder. Smells amazing. Get to try a little piece. That's good. I love the fat, which is right. Man, it's just falling apart. Look at that. I'm gonna try that. Wow. So we are gonna shred this. Wow, it's good. Bear claws. And look at that, just cutting right through it. No problem at all. So we ended up smoking this for a total of 7.5 hours. Look at that. Wow. To an internal temp of about 205, and then we probed it, and it, as you can tell, it probed tender. I mean, it just falls apart. And it's not mushy. It's got a little bit of some, still got some texture to it, but as you can tell with these claws, it just comes right apart. Make sure I stay on my cutting board here. Yeah. Awesome. This is going to make some great sandwiches. And folks, it not only smells good, but man, it tastes good and it's moist. Here's a last little piece for our taste test here. Wow. That's a great seasoning. Man, that's good. This is super simple. We didn't go all out elaborate, even though we did inject it. Sometimes just soaking it in the apple juice will do the trick as well. 4.5 hours in, we wrapped it. Another 2 hours, and it was ready to take off the grill and let it rest. If you like this kind of video and looking forward to some of the other content, be sure and subscribe. As always, remember, if you're looking, you ain't cooking. Man, that is really good. That's awesome.
You're spilling, Dad, you're spilling.
Oh, this.